Hello, it's Andy, aka Jerusalem Jones, here to tell you that the only place you're going to be able to find me going forward is at the Never Open podcast. I attached kind of a little preview episode here, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Please follow us at Never Open Pod on all your social media stuff, and we look forward to enjoying New Japan Pro Wrestling with you. Thank you to everybody, and I hope to see you on the Never Open podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Never Open podcast, the podcast open to everyone except poor Yoshihashi. But never say never. I'm Luke. I'm your host here at the Never Open podcast, and we're going to be covering all things New Japan Pro Wrestling. And with me is my co-host Andrew. Say hello, Andrew.
What's going on, guys? I'm excited to talk all about New Japan Pro Wrestling, my favorite wrestling promotion. Luke, are you excited too? I think you are, right?
I'm super pumped for this. You and I love New Japan Pro Wrestling. We love interacting with each other and other people online as well. And we just kind of want to bring the love that we have of New Japan Pro Wrestling to people who also love it, and maybe people who don't love it yet. I say yet because once you get into New Japan Pro Wrestling and kind of figure out its style, its rhythm, and its beat, and and you just discover its in-ring quality, you'll just fall in love with it, like we have.
No doubt. And, the goal of this podcast, in my opinion, from my end is that, like you said, we want to share our love for New Japan Pro Wrestling and hopefully, share that with some people who aren't familiar with New Japan Pro Wrestling and let them know that, hey, this thing's out here for you. And, we're in a weird time in the world where, live pro wrestling really isn't a thing right now. And, there's a lot of kind of goofy stuff going on. And New Japan is so far doing this whole thing right. And we want to share that with folks and let them know that. Luke, we also want to interact with people, right?
Yes, we do. So we do have individual Twitter presences as well as an email address. And we also have a Never Open Pod Twitter as well. So you can catch both of us as a group, I guess, at Never Open Pod on Twitter. And we're also there individually. I'm there as Grumpy2. That's the number 2. EB stands for Electric Boogaloo. And that's where you can catch me. I think one or both of us should be around almost every New Japan show. So I'm an hour or 2 hours, depending on the time of year, of Japan. So I get to watch these at a normal hour. And Andrew has to get up at the crack of dawn. So between us, we'll be live tweeting each and every show. We also have an email address, which is neveropenpod@gmail.com. Any questions, anything you want to say, all that kind of jazz, you can email us there as well. And what about you, Andrew? What's your tweet?
I'm at Drucifer Tweets. And, a thing that's unique about our show is that Luke is in Australia. I am in America. So we have a completely different perspective on life in general, just due to the geography of where we are. So we're guaranteed to have different perspectives on pro wrestling and things like that. But we both love New Japan. We don't necessarily like the same people. Like, I hate Yoshihashi, but for some reason Luke wants him to win a title. I don't know why.
Never say never.
But my goal, on here is to share that love, like I said, and to interact with the folks that are listening to this show. Like you said, we're going to be live tweeting. We're open to reading emails on the show, and we want to know if you have questions about New Japan Wrestling, if there's stuff that you just want to share with us, things that you love about it. Have you seen this awesome match? Have you seen that? And our show, maybe not every week, New Japan's going to have some breaks here and there. Yeah, it's not going to be weekly necessarily. We may start out that way, but it's only when there's shows will it be weekly. But the point is, we're going to break down results from that week. We're going to preview shows from the weeks coming up, and we are going to recommend for you a match every week, each for you to go back and learn the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling like we have. Luke, is there anything else we need to share with these folks? Is there anything else you could think of that maybe might grab them to get them to listen to our episodes?
I think our sexy voices should be enough to draw people in. Other than that, I think we've definitely got a deep love and enthusiasm for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And if you also have a deep love of wrestling in general, and you want to learn or jump in or just join us as a fan as well, please do so. This is all about sharing the love. New Japan and our podcast is for everybody except Yoshihashi.